Thank you for joining us here at the PDGA for the 2024 Tim Selinske U.S. Disc Golf Masters Championships. Presented by Innova, this PDGA Major, coming to you from Cary, North Carolina. We are out here at Diavolo Park in New Hope. We've seen a fun round so far back in the booth. Felix Vega along with Jennifer Allen. Jen, talk about what we've seen so far.
A lot more birdies than Buckhorn. Beautiful wooded course here, but just a little bit wider gaps for us to attack. And Sarah is showing us exactly how that's done, getting 6 of those birdies with 1 bogey already on the front 9. Let's see if she can keep it going on the back.
Yeah, and starting things off on the back, we've got a par 3, 305 feet here on hole 10.
Yeah, nice little downhill shot that's going to finish over to the left there. Hitting that hyzer line. Again, I've been talking about speeds of the disc, so getting the correct speed and angle of the disc to sneak over there towards the basket.
Yeah, fun hole. A lot of ground play expected here, as you can see. Very barren earth here to kind of help slide your disc up towards that pin. So 305, but you don't necessarily need 305 to carry.
No, you don't. And again, we were talking previously how well Sarah can turn that forehand just like a hyzer shot for a righty. So attacking this perfectly. Let's see if JK can do it even better.
Misses that last tree and checks up.
So is that the flight path on the tee sign? Is that probably?
If it isn't, it needs to be.
So I do drop to my Cayman, which typically goes about 250. So I thought I needed to throw it a little harder.
Okay.
So
going a bit.
Yep, going a little too long before it turned in there. KK showing me how to throw it a little softer and getting a better look at it.
Oh, good.
And a nice bounce.
Longest look of the bunch here, but still a birdie look.
Yeah, a lot of these baskets, kind of like the other course, you feel very comfortably getting aggressive on these really long bids. As long as you don't hit a koozie.
Sarah continuing the torrid stretch here, 6 down on the round.
You don't hit koozies if you get them in the basket there.
Usually not.
You need a little smile, Sarah.
Come on.
on.
She's ecstatic. A little bit low there, unfortunately, out of hand for Kristine. Easy par tap in for yourself, and we still haven't got to see Juliana come and tap in there.
I think she was still closer, but she was being nice. KK was gathering her things.
Yeah.
Beautiful drive and great birdies by her and Sarah.
We move on to another par 3, 300 feet on the dot here for hole 11.
Yeah, a couple of nice holes to start out. We've been saying pars are great, but these are a couple holes that you probably should try to be attacking a little more aggressively for the birdie. You can take the inside line, getting over that bridge there, or going a little bit wider and around the back side. There's a couple of kind of weird angled branches that you have to miss. All the bridges are marked mandatory relief, so you do take it back from those. This one not turning like the previous holes. Gonna find her where she's gonna have to poke through there on the left side. I kind of figured that Juliana would take the straight line because these discs have been flying so straight for her, but she takes that outside line, trying to scoot right up there again. So I think if we add up the distance from those last 2 holes, that's a 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
Those are great putts. Those are the ones you want.
Absolutely dialed right now. Back-to-back bullseyes.
Taking the Mako, trying to follow JK there. Going just a hair too long.
Still inside the circle there. That time. Now the Mako's turning again.
Yes, yeah. It's a new disc, so it's like a teenager. Sometimes it listens, sometimes it doesn't.
Need dry dirt.
Yeah, getting a little humid out there. Kristine looking for some dirt to rub on her hands. Nicely done there. A little pitch up there for Sarah.
Yeah, she had a great gap, so this hole maybe a little bit easier. Ooh, that looked good.
Almost dove right in.
Yeah, so this one, this little smaller trees, maybe we can, if you do have a bad kick, you can still attack it like that.
Good putt.
Hadn't done a straddle in a while. I was a little nervous that that was going to fly like I wanted it to. KK tapping out that par.
Sarah with a par as well to close out hole 11. Juliana, another
The
drop
master, showing us how it's done.
You want a new disc, but you're overwhelmed by all of the options. Well, we've got you covered. Meet the Innova Pathfinder Guides, a series of graphics that match a set of discs for your style of play, curated by our own Riley O'Neill and Eric Schwann. Whether you're the beginner, the crusher, or anywhere in between, we've got a lineup for you. So scan the QR code, find a guide that matches your style of play, and discover your path to a better game. If you haven't seen these, you're missing out. All right, back to the action.
As Jeff said, back to the action. Hole 12 here, 445 foot, our first par 4 of the back 9.
And this one, you just need to just kind of throw it. The trees are so scattered that just try to get up as far as possible. There is a little bit of left or right gap, but these trees are just kind of more scattered throughout this, I feel. So trying to get up there as far as possible. And a nice little castle looking perch we have that our basket's at. No OB, but there again, all these bridges are marked. Mandatory hazard. You can see the pink paint throughout the ditch as well.
Wow, center, center.
Going with the only non-Innova disc in my bag. It is Millennium.
Okay, that was
New one I'm
smart.
trying to work in. It turns just a little bit more for me, so I really kind of like it in the woods.
What was it?
Don't ask me things.
Oh, sorry. But go get you one of those Millennium discs.
I was going to say it was, I don't even know if they named it. It's proved.
Okay.
We were going to try to get me a Millennium disc in the back, so.
Okay.
To be determined after I name it.
Kristine, right side off the tee, right side again on the second shot here.
I know,
Gonna
I
be a
should've- should've
tricky
stand
third
still.
shot
It
coming
was-
up.
Yeah, and I think she was just trying to pick that outside line, the entire fairway. I really kind of feel like this left side is a little more open. But like I said, the trees are just scattered. There's really not a very strict designated line to the basket on this hole. So that's why I go with just throw it hard,
Yeah.
try to snake through as many as possible.
Yeah, there's Ellen Woodboom in the background.
Yeah, KK really getting
Whoa.
stuck in some nasty spots over there.
Going backwards at the end of that flight there.
And that's like the first kind of thick cedar. You know, all these pines you can kind of stretch around, but she had nothing.
Ooh.
Almost getting up on top of the castle. I wonder what those were. Any clue?
No.
Cool. Maybe they're just like a construction or a concrete thing. They just
Gonna say, they
designed,
look
made.
like building concrete blocks there.
That was definitely the furthest my drive. I didn't know that this hole could be eagled. Like, I had never been to where I could putt this basket.
So now that you know,
Now I'll try to repeat it.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah trying to repeat magic again, too. Keeping it going.
this is Juliana for birdie, and she puts it on home.
Left side being nice there. Sometimes it's not.
We've been talking about Sarah having a strong round, but let's not forget about Juliana. 2 down so far
Yes, she
herself.
is.
The bogey there for Kristine. We'll have a couple of tap-ins here for par and for birdie for yourself. Bringing you to 2 down as well for the day. And we swing on over to hole 13. This is a par 5 at 661 feet.
take that straight gap that the drone is flying, or there's a hyzer line, kind of like the previous hole, that if you take the hyzer, you may have a better chance of landing in the landing zone right there. Second shot, you're gonna try to get as far down as possible, and we find our basket tucked over on that left side. No OB, just same theme. A lot of trees, a lot of distance, a lot of ground to cover. Stay in the middle. This is a beautiful kind of tucked in tee box though. JK trying to take the hyzer line there. Just hyzer's in a hair too quick for her. That would have been dead center in the middle of the fairway if it would have got around that last tree. I'm trying to sneak it, but I let it go a little too early myself there.
So close.
That was moving.
It would have been down there. I did get the 3 on this in practice, so I know that this one is possible. Sarah showing me, there it is. You missed that left side. You're going to get a finishing flight, get you some great distance. And she's on the right side that has a better angle to get distance on the second shot.
Okay. That one a little too wide to the right there for Kristine. Gonna put her down in a bit of a pinch position here.
She has a gap, though. That's pretty good.
Just misses the
Yeah,
400-foot tree marker there.
Get some distance and almost to the front of that. Hopefully she has another line out. This is kind of the landing zone from the men's tee. I heard a lot of them say they like it around here because they can really have a full shot in. So she is all the way through the front of that gap and got some distance down into the trees. Trying to take the high line there, and I needed to go on the right side of that really tall pine tree, and I missed it.
Okay.
Cut in a little too. That's when you're like trying not to hit the back row, but then you hit the front row.
Yeah. And Sarah, after a big drive.
Great turn, slow fading. Fights through maybe too many trees.
That's an outside look though for an eagle.
Yeah.
Kristine looks like she's got some gaps to choose from here. Okay, not a bad result.
I just want to get through some of it.
Yeah, she's probably backside of C2 with an open look at the basket. I'm just trying to, throw it and pray that it does that. Like, there really wasn't a great line. Wow. But I knew that's a stable AVR X3, so if I put it on a turn, I knew, unlike my Yeti, it's going to hyzer back. So I kind of played that like a Firebird, you know what I mean?
I thought it was a Toro out of your hand.
No, that's a pretty stable AVR X3 that I snuck in after I lost my con.
Okay. That's it.
She's so good at this shot. How many times have we seen that already this week?
Yeah.
Just dialed in on that AVR approach. Good little jump putt from KK. Probably about 15 feet.
We finally get to Sarah's second shot.
This is incredible. Trying to go for eagle. Has a pretty good line at it. It's hard with a straddle, I think, to get the distance and keep the height. And I was going to say it's really hard to get that far of a distance from a straddle putt out there. She gave it a great attempt. She's going to have the tap-in birdie.
Yep.
Juliana with a beautiful par. And if you get offline at all, I mean, pars are great on any of these holes.
Yeah, 13 playing, I think, just slightly above par. Yeah, just 0.06, so pretty much par on the dot.
Nice. That's a well-designed hole.
Yeah, just 4 birdies on the day.
Don't make changes to this one. This is a great one.
Yeah.
You did
Wendy
on
routine,
hole.
Sarah Richardson, Jennifer Allen,
Nice.
and Sarah Hokom with the birdies. Oh, wait, did I just ruin it? Oh, she got the birdie. There you
Oh, the basket did its job.
go. There you go. There's a smile.
Yeah, well, she heard my joke. Nice.
We move on here to hole 14, 230 feet, slightly uphill though. Gonna play a little longer.
Yeah, it definitely plays a little longer. I guessed it maybe like 280. My card mates thought maybe more like 300, but pretty difficult shot even though it looks open because you want to hit that distance that we really don't know exactly how it's going to fly because of the uphill incline there. I was stuck between a putter and a mid, so I finally decided just go long. So I went with the rock. I thought I won't go long if I hit the basket. So that was my goal. Just a
Usually
little
the
too
case.
high. A little too high.
Ooh, right over the top.
So I'll aim a little lower next time.
Great line, though. I like the forehand play here.
I do too, because she can kind of burn out a little distance over there on the left. Just like that.
Swing back.
Ooh.
I know, I was like, I want to say
Beautifully
anything
done.
until it's probably 30 short.
And finishing over on that right side, much more open as well. Ooh, cresting the hill, straight line in the circle.
Yeah, so the line is pretty good. You know, there's so much space on this hole. It's just dialing in your distance. Like this.
Get in the hole.
Do it.
I would have loved that to have gone in. Like we were looking at like how beautiful that this basket looks just sitting out there with the sun beaming on it. We've got a lot of great golfers that are up there watching down. JB won watching KK there. Hopefully that next one will just drop in for her.
Don't you do it. Oh, I did
This
it.
is where you want the BB or the little like slingshot.
Just knock it
Just
down.
sit down there.
Juliana with a birdie look here from inside the circle.
And it stays. Good koozie.
Okay.
Good koozie. I think the koozies know that the petition is out for us to get them removed, so they're being nice.
Sarah looking to pick up another one.
Great. Did you see her use her legs there?
Yes.
Because this is elevated, so she likes that squatted stance, but really fully standing up before she released the disc. Adding another birdie to her round. It's incredible round going.
8 down, bringing her to even overall. So pretty much erasing anything Buckhorn did to the scorecard.
Right. And this is a course that this is more repeatable. You know, these are bigger lines that we can repeat these shots.
Left the mark there on the basket.
Whereas the other course, it's really hard to repeat some of those shots out there.
The PDGA rating system is a valuable part of having an active membership. When you play in sanctioned leagues and tournaments, you get a rating that compares your performance to the rest of the field. This helps you understand your skill level and helps you see your improvement in the game. You also get a PDGA number when you first sign up. Your PDGA number timestamps when you sign up, locking in your place in disc golf history. So sign up today, and we'll see you out on the course.
All right, and welcome back here to Diavolo White. We are on hole 15, a par 3, 333 feet. That's a lot of threes.
It's a lot of threes. That means it's T-bird distance. So you have one, kind of a little more, this is maybe one of our more narrow gaps to hit, incline back up towards the green. Kind of a fun shot though. I really like this. I mean, I probably like it because I throw my T-bird, but it's got the, you know, the elevation changes, the tight gap that you must hit, but I think being a little more open on the tee pad than shooting in, I don't know, it's just super
fun hole.
It's a fun hole. I like this hole. There's a lot of great holes on this course.
There are.
And it has a cool name, Diablo.
Yeah.
You have to say it like that as well.
Kristine, after the ace run on the previous hole, trying this right side. Unfortunately, getting clipped up by some early trees there on the right near
Yeah,
that
that
bridge.
was so close to making it just right in the middle.
Sun just beaming down now. It was like we talked about. It got steamy.
It was hot. T-bird just does T-bird things, you know?
T-bird on the way. Yep.
That's good though. That's good bounce. You never know when you throw it and you hear a kick, like which tree. So I'll know a little longer next time.
Just miss it. Oh. Almost.
I think I like how this hole has one line all the way to the basket. I think that's why I like it. I had to sit there and stare at it. The other ones are just scattered trees here and there.
Yeah.
This one has one defined line all the way to the basket. Execute it and you will be rewarded.
We talked about it all day and all weekend with those up shots from
Yeah,
JK. Just
yeah.
beautiful.
And that's a regular old AVR, and I'm failing on what year. I'm gonna throw like, I don't know, 2002, 2001. Like it's a pretty old AVR, so she likes that it's beat in. Here's another. We've seen several of those from Sarah on this course.
Just
practicing limbo too. She's getting stretch out just in case anyone's having a limbo party.
Kristine with a birdie bid, just a touch short there. Birdie bid for yourself.
Yeah, and I was like, I felt like I had the height. That was just a little to the left.
But par is just fine.
I mean, I don't know. Sarah's got a lot of birdies. Couldn't hurt to get a few more.
She's on your tail for sure today. $15, surprisingly, only one birdie. Aaron Snap.
Yeah, it's a tough one to get. It's got great distance and a very tight line.
Hole 16, one of the shorter ones here, but boy, is there danger, 220 feet.
This is an extremely small island that you must hit. So I feel like if you land on it, it's almost a guaranteed birdie. If you're not, probably a bogey, or you can take this extremely risky drop zone putt, which is a death putt straight back to the pond. So it is puttable though. Maybe like 40-foot putt. Maybe not. This island is so small.
It is very small. No. This needs to carry left.
Yeah, it just needed the turn on it. It didn't have enough turn. So I think out of her hand, she knew that was, she had said her goodbyes.
Yeah. Toro here for you?
Yeah, because I threw in all my putters. So it really is. I know it's a putter shot. Yeah. I just missed it twice, so I gave up. Unfortunately, I didn't. I think I was just afraid of the water. I mean, I know the tour is going to go left, but just a hair too far left. And I think this would be a fun green if they gave us that risky putt behind the fence. You know, you have an obstacle to putt over.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, it just went straight right.
Where is it?
In the middle of the pond. But floating. I asked her, I was like, is that a dragon? Like, it makes a floating disc. Yeah. It was not a dragon. It was a atlas.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we talked about mid-boom.
At least get safe.
Oh, my goodness.
2 hits. Who's giving that girl money? Wow. We all should, actually. I forgot until just now.
Yeah.
Owe her a couple of bucks tomorrow. Little JB love. JB watching down, like I said. Santa Cruz, great that we've lost a few years back. 1 year. Almost a little over a year. Time flies.
Good hit there for Sarah, and you can see just how terrifying this putt really is from the drop zone.
Yeah. If you hit cage and get any kind of bad bounce off, you're going the incline, or decline, I should say, of this sloping green, it just takes you straight. There's nothing that's going to stop it.
Hurry, get to it before it runs away. There you go.
Yeah.
Tapping in that bogey there, which we're going to see a few more of. Juliana will take the same score, as will Sarah, and the lone birdie on the card here. It's going to go to Kristine King. Just 4 birdies on the day. Whitboom, Sammy Joe, Sandy Hendel, and we saw Kristine King there.
Nice. A lefty getting it.
Yeah. We move on to hole 17. More of a water carry this time. 789-foot par 5.
Yeah, open, huge area, but make it over that big pond. Try to land around here to attack the green. This one does have OB. Not very much OB on this course, but the first hole and this one has it all along the left side. So if you want to be aggressive, maybe push it up on that right side or throw your forehand up here. Definitely a birdieable hole, being a par 5. Got to get the distance off the tee. And stability to hyzer back.
Finish back. Oh,
perfect.
That's perfect. Right at the catch can.
It was the one sip of energy drink I just opened all of a sudden.
We were definitely all, like 2 holes ago, just felt it. Just the heat, not probably drinking enough water because it was nice and cooler and cloudy earlier.
Plus, this is not a short course.
No.
It's a lot of walking.
No, it is a long course for sure.
Oh, look at this gem here from Sarah. Flexing around that tree.
Excellent distance. Going to set her up nicely.
Destroyer for you?
Yes. I think as long as you don't land, go a little bit too much turn over there on the right side, or you can find some OB if you hyzer too much over there in the shadows. So I think as long as you don't go extreme left or right, anywhere is going to set you up for a good approach on the second shot.
It's your second time spinning the catch cam today.
Nice. Thanks for keeping track. I do like to keep Conrad busy out there.
Beautiful
On
shot
his
there.
toes. There's another. I love how flat Juliana always keeps her drives. Gets
Yes.
excellent distance.
Very nicely done there for Sarah. That'll leave her a pretty routine pitch up to look at the birdie.
Needing this to turn.
Come on.
Because the problem of that. Oh, she got a kick. We were wondering.
Okay.
You see that little bit of decline. So anytime you see a sloping fairway or green, it's going to take you. Your disc is gravity. It's going to fall towards that decline. So JK getting a good little kick back safe. KK getting a good roll right to the middle. I'm going to aim high and try to attack this green going towards that tree, and I hit my line perfect. I did not even see that branch. It just blended in with all the green.
Yeah.
I thought I nailed it and I was going to be underneath the basket. That's what I thought. Didn't work out. Maybe next time. Nice
Beautiful.
straight floater from KK. Gets a little bit of extra ground play there. So the rock area is our mandatory relief. So JK taking that where the disc entered the mandatory relief.
Okay. Jump putt here from what, 100 feet?
127 or something. Yeah, I was
Okay.
almost out of range, but I really didn't want to throw the forehand.
What are you thinking?
Getting onto that T-bird for finding wrong limb there. And I believe this is that new MVP
It is.
approach, and it appears to be working nicely.
She's dialed it in twice now so far, at least twice.
Yes. Circle's edge putt from JK, just a hair short.
It's definitely me.
About 20 feet.
Just
It's a little
touch too
high, yeah.
I should have waited.
That's when it's like that little bit of a weird distance. You gotta still get enough distance on it, but
Strong putt there for the birdie.
I'm liking the scorpion kickback. Getting a little more power on my putts now that my elbow's working better.
Couple of tap-in pars, and Sarah will join you as those were the only two birdies on the day
Wow.
on this hole.
Okay.
Is it that way?
We're all lost.
The United States Disc Golf Championship. A tournament with history unmatched in the disc golf world. You bet!
Colin Hanley is on fire.
Talk about giving the crowd a show. What a performance from Kyle Klein.
Gannonberg, this kid is unbelievable. Oh my God!
All right, time to close things out here. Hole 18, a par 5 to close it out, 672 feet.
Yeah, a long one to close it out. Save your energy. Try to make this first open gap with some kind of maybe hyzer straight shot towards the backside here. You have to hit the gap to get up the middle of this very long fairway. Basket tucked kind of hidden behind just a few more little trees. It's not even guardian trees. This is like a full army out here.
Yeah, those are big trees.
But this gap is crucial, we found out, to hit. So Sarah
left.
entering just a little early.
Wait.
And I really feel like this was kind of just a fatigue on all of us. We were pretty drained on this tee. Both of us letting it go early.
Yeah. Same spot just about.
Yeah, and I did not go early on this one time. It's easy to go long. because you want to hit that full flight.
There's one.
Way to go to the opening.
Love that.
Yeah, KK doing it right.
Limbo, too.
It's probably better.
This one taking a sharp turn. I don't think it typically flies like that. And an unfortunate kick. She is kind of at the front of these trees, though. But it did take a pretty nasty kick. Oh, no, she wasn't. It looked like she was. This is maybe
She's
the
in
worst
it.
spot that any of us have been in all day.
Yeah, just forced to pitch back out.
Yeah, you don't want to hit your arm on the very last hole.
Yeah.
2 more rounds to go. So trying to pitch out, getting the low scoot, and so close. That would have maybe jumped about 30, 40 more feet.
A little tight on the inside.
A little
line.
early, yeah. I really, you can just tell we're all just drained.
I don't know if it's me or not.
Kristine, after a pristine drive. Hey, that rhymes.
Yeah, it did. Nice. Just like that, right in the
Beautifully
middle.
done.
And that's really on a par 5 like this. Just keep, even if you're just going a couple 100 feet at the time, or at each shot, stay in the middle.
That's a great spot to be, I think.
Yeah, that was an out. That was a pitch out.
Dragging it over a little left. I think she'll have an alleyway, though, to still get up and down.
I think next time I'm going to bring us some little sugar energy jelly beans. One Shot, was it One Shot that sponsors the Disc Golf Pro Tour? We need something to finish this hole. So we are all just inching our way up this fairway.
Back out to the middle there. Smart play.
That's really all you can do. I mean, there's not much else. Once you get the middle, try to attack it.
Settle. Oh, there's a koozie hit. And it stays in the bullseye.
Coos done. You did it. Coos done.
Hokom and I are trying to make up new, little slogans here.
This looks great as well for JK.
Sliding up just like she does.
Joining you in the bullseye there. You've got some company.
At this point, we're kind of forced to. Like,
Yeah.
we've made so many bad shots on the previous throws that, by golly, you better put it close on this last one.
Ooh, nicely done.
We finally got to an area that we could see the basket. Hokom with the longest putt of the group, but she had putted on fire all day long, finishing at 8 down for the day. What a
round.
What a round. KK getting a nice birdie there to finish. Had to have been one of the few, I would guess. Taking her back to even.
Yeah, only 3 on the day.
Nice.
Zoe Andyke and Sammy Joe once again.
My par's going to keep me at 3 down. Juliana's bogey, unfortunately, taking her to even as well. And we want to say thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it's been a fun second round here. There you see the results from our lead card here. We move on to moving day coming up next. You see our lead card for tomorrow.
And there is a cut, one more round for everyone to battle to try to make Sunday.
Yeah, make sure you join us for continuing action here from the Tim Selinske U.S. Disc Golf Masters Championship. We'll see you right back here.